Hello, everyone. My name is Isabella Schrader, and welcome to the first episode of AMS Talk, which is a podcast about what goes on at Alliance Middle School. Lillian Johnson and Catherine Klein will be interviewing Mr. Cheney about the Pie in the Face contest fundraiser, and Layla Maddox will be doing the student spotlight for Austin Icky and Gabe Talbot. But first, let's talk about upcoming events at Alliance Middle School. On Monday, November 11th, there will be a Veterans Day Assembly where the choir performs 2 songs dedicated to the veterans. Also on November 11th, for 7th and 8th graders interested in doing wrestling, they will be talking about that at lunch. Also for Theme Thursday, it is Dress for Your Favorite Holiday. And this weekend, our cheerleaders have a competition on the 16th at Minerva High School. Our first segment today will be Lilian and Catherine interviewing Mr. Cheney.
Okay, Mr. Cheney, how's your day going today?
It's going great, thank you. Appreciate you guys being in here.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So, the first thing that I want to ask is, what made you think of doing this pie contest here with, oh my gosh, here at AMS?
So when I was a teacher at my old district, the high school had one of these where kids could vote for who they wanted to pie, and then they would put $1 on whoever it was. And it just so happened that in that contest, I surpassed everybody by a lot. A lot of kids voted for me, so I took a lot of pies, but it was a fun time. The kids enjoyed it. It was an easy way to raise money for the building to help do more fun things. So it was a thought that I had, and it seemed like it turned out pretty well.
Okay. All right. Next question. Who do you think was going to get pied for 6th or 7th and 8th grade, like before all the votes?
So before all the votes started, I honestly thought that it might be Mr. McCulley for 6th grade, just because I know that he does a really good job building relationships with kids and is a kind of goofy like I am. So I thought that it might be him. For 7th grade, it was for sure going to be Mr. Man. I mean, I had heard there was like an open campaign to go against Mr. Man, so I figured that one was coming. 8th grade, I thought it would be Mr. McGeehan, again, because he's kind of got that goofy, fun personality. So overall, I thought the way that it went was how it would go, other than the Mr. McCulley. That one kind of surprised me that he didn't get picked.
Okay. Third question. Who did you want to be pied?
Staff member?
Yes.
Oh, man, Mr. Mosier needs a pie for sure. So I was really excited to see Mr. Mosier get pied. And Mr. Man and myself have a really fun kind of dynamic relationship here at work. We like to mess with each other and stuff. So I was really happy to see him get pied too.
Okay. Fifth question before we go over to the fourth question. Sorry. The fourth question. How did it feel when the pie hit your face?
So because I had done this at my previous district, I knew, we have the choice of whether or not to do shaving cream or to do whipped cream. Mm-hmm. And the last time that I did it, I chose whipped cream, and it was a horrible choice because it's so sticky. It doesn't come off of your beard or anything like that. So I went with shaving cream this time, and the suddenness of getting pied and the fact that it's very fluffy, I felt suffocated. Like, I got to get this out of my nostrils so that I can breathe. But then after that, it was fine. It wiped off really easily.
All right, okay. And then the fifth question before we go on to Catherine. If there was a pious student, who would you want to be pied from each grade?
Ooh, good question. I'm going to be honest. I don't know the 6th graders really well just because Miss HP. But one kid I do know that we goof around a lot, Amari, is really funny. We like to goof around a lot. So I'd probably give a pie to Amari. 7th grade, it's not even a question. I would pie Ray. That's my son. So I would 100% pie Ray. 8th grade's a little bit tougher just because I know them really well. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know. That one's a tough one. 8th grade, I would have to think about it. I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, here we go on to Catherine.
So, 6th question. What did you choose to be pied with in the end?
So, like I said earlier, I went with the shaving cream just because the whipped cream is so entirely sticky. It's very hard to get off.
7th question. What did you think when the teachers got pied? Like, was it funny?
I thought it was really fun. Like, I think the kids that got to do it enjoyed doing it. I thought that the teachers were really good sports about it. At one point when I got pied, I thought about blocking it and pieing the student in the face, but I didn't plan that ahead of time. I wish I would have planned that ahead of time. But I thought overall the teachers were really good sports about it and had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
8th question, how much money did the school raise in all?
To be honest, I don't know. I keep thinking to myself, I want to go find out the final total. I want to say it was a couple hundred. I don't know how much, though, the exact amount. We did leading up to the Friday when we were doing it, we hadn't raised very much. But that last Friday, a lot of students kicked it in, and we ended up doing pretty well overall for a week-long fundraiser.
What was your favorite part in the assembly?
I really enjoyed the musical chairs. I'm not gonna lie. The music that was played was a lot of fun. Everybody was singing and dancing in the stands while the musical chairs was going on. I love it when people get into it, and so in the musical chairs, I mean, the people were pushing in there, getting in there. So I thought the musical chairs was the most fun.
Now, I know you didn't get pied with whipped cream, so it wouldn't taste very good, but our 10th question and last question is, did you think the pie tasted good?
So, you're right. I did not get pied with, so the shaving cream did not taste good. I tried my hardest not to get that in my mouth. But everybody that got pied, I think even Mr. Mosier, licked the pie tin after he got pied. So, as far as I know, the whipped cream tasted really good.
Okay. All right. Okay.
We have boys basketball and girls basketball. Was there girls basketball?
Yeah.
They just had tryouts. They made the final cut. So that's sports for the week, I think, right?
Yep.
Now is Layla Maddox for doing the student spotlight segment.
Yes. Okay. Today on the student spotlight, we have Gabe Talbot, Talbot, and Austin Icky. They're in the 6th grade and just finished filmmaking projects in Project Lead the Way. I heard you guys have a really good movie. Can you tell me about it?
So our movie is called Cabin Night, and it's basically where the school class is going on a field trip, and a couple of them get lost, and then near the end there's a monster, and they fight the monster, and they win, and then they go home, and then the movie's done. So
That's amazing. So what was your guys' favorite part about making the movie?
Our favorite part was just filming in general.
Filming it was really fun.
Because we did a lot of stuff.
Was it easy making the movie or hard?
Very hard to make the movie because we had a strict timeline and we didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah. And one of our students that were with us, they got suspended and he was the main character almost, so it kind of sucked. But yeah.
How did you guys think of the movie?
So we all were thinking something with school, because it would be easier to film since we're in a school. So we figured we could just use the green screen for because they went to a camp in the movie. We figured we could just use the green screen for that, and then the rest for in the school in a classroom.
We kind of got the inspiration because we went on camp. We wanted to get something like that out because it would be fun.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on what was the hardest part of making the movie?
The hardest part was probably editing and making sure we got the movie nice and finished and make sure.
I only had not even a week to finish the editing, but
we got it done.
It was strict.
We got it done.
Yeah.
If you had more time, what would you have done differently with the movie?
We probably would have added a couple less green screen shots because our movie was filled with green screen shots, and I feel there's a couple too many.
If we had more time, I would have probably been able to add more sound effects and a whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah. Anything else?
Are you guys satisfied with your movie?
I watched through it on the computer, and I thought it was really good. So yes, I am.
I watched parts of it, but through filming it, I feel we did pretty good.
How long was your guys' movie?
7 minutes.
Pretty long. If you had, I already said that. So did you guys enjoy this project? Why or why not?
I enjoyed and did not enjoy at the same time because of the timeline, but it was really fun making the movie.
I will say I did enjoy it because I enjoyed it and didn't enjoy it because when we were filming sometimes we would argue back and forth, and then I loved it because I got to work on the computer and I could use one of my favorite, what's the word I'm looking for?
Editing softwares.
Well, no, but I'm really good at like editing and all that stuff, even without like proper resources and stuff.
Is this your first time making a movie or doing anything correlating with that?
Yeah, this is my first time. How about you, Gabe?
Well, I make content creation, so technically it is like my first long movie, but no. Basically no.
Is this something you guys will think about trying again?
I feel like it would be really cool if we did it again, but I don't know if I could. I would need to get a lot of equipment and other stuff. How about you, Gabe? Do you think you could do it?
Yeah, I think I could. I would love to do it again.
Would you or would you not make another movie?
That was the question.
How did you guys design your movie poster?
So one of our marketers, Ross, he designed the movie poster like through, what was it? What was the editing software he used?
Canva.
He used Canva to create the poster.
That's cool. So what advice or tips would you give the other 6th grader students that haven't started making the movie yet?
I would say just stay on task and you'll be fine.
I would say like focus, like don't argue, get things done, and don't rush.
Seems like he's looking at you.
What?
Well, that is it for the student spotlight with Gabe, Talbot, and Austiniki.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Stay tuned for the next AMS Talk episode.